It's Kristin, and I have a foundation review for you. If you have not seen one of my foundation reviews before, I'm just going to give you kind of a lowdown of my skin type and also how I grade, for lack of a better term, foundations when I review them. So I am 49 years old and I have, I can't even say normal to dry. I have dry skin. I do my best to keep it in check with good skincare and things, but I definitely have dry skin. So I just want to put those things out front. In my grading system, I have 5 different categories that I always talk about and grade foundations on. Finish, longevity, packaging, coverage, and color range. So I'm going to touch on each of those as I go through the review here. And then this really should be first and foremost, these products, or this product in 3 shades was sent to me by It Cosmetics. This is not a sponsored video, but they did send me this product. Of course, all of my opinions are my own. Okay, so let's just start with the It Cosmetics CC Cream in general, not specifically this one, just in general, because I just want you guys to know the experience that I have had with it. The original one that came out that everybody loves, I just don't love. I never have. I have tried it, I would say at least 4 different times thinking it's gotta be me. Maybe my skin has changed. Maybe this new primer that I like will work with it. Maybe it'll work better without a primer. I really have tried it in all different ways. It just doesn't work for me. I don't love the illumination one either. It kind of felt like there was glitter in it to me or something. Again, it wasn't my favorite. I haven't used either one of those for a very long time. I never did try the matte. I think there's a matte version of it, possibly in a greenish shade tube. Never did try that, but I don't love a matte foundation. Generally, I want, it just doesn't work usually, typically, with dry skin. So that is kind of my rundown with It Cosmetic CC products in the past. All right, sorry, we had to have a slight pause there because my camera was falling over. It's fine. I've adjusted things. I've moved around a little bit. We're gonna be fine. So let's just go ahead. I think we're gonna start with finish. And so I'm gonna cut to me applying it so you can see that, and then we will come back and talk about it a little bit more. Okay, I am going to use the primer that I have been using all along here. And this is the Kaylin no, it's not rosemary, rose water primer. I like it. Not that it's a review on that, but it's not my favorite, but it does seem to prime my drier skin enough. This is what my face does when I touch it, by the way, if you're new here. And if you are, welcome. So I have tried the Estee Lauder primer with this as well, and it seems to work just the same. Nothing too crazy. And I'm just gonna put a little of my Kapari Under Eye Balm. I like to get that on before my foundation. Sometimes I forget. Okay, so what I have found works best in application with this is a dense, I have a couple of pumps, and again the shade that I am using is Fair Beige, but I will swatch all 3 of the ones that I have at the end. They sent me 3 different shades. So the type of brush that I found works best is a denser kabuki brush. You could use a flat top, like your brush like this. Back in the day it was a Sigma F80. This is the one I prefer from Beauty Junkies, flat kabuki. But this is from an It Cosmetics set from eons ago, from QVC, and that's what I've been using. And I don't know that I even would have thought of grabbing this brush, but I saw Vanessa from the Bombshell Suite using this, and I liked the coverage that it gave her better than the coverage that it gave me when I used the brush that it came with. So I just dotted around, and you can see, so that is sort of the light medium coverage. If you use a beauty blender, I find that it just completely disappears. It doesn't work for me. So did I say I put 2 pumps? I put 2 pumps on my hand there. And I just look a little more coverage. So This is what it looks like with just another light blended out. And so I really feel that that takes you to that medium coverage. And it has a beautiful glow, you can see there. So that's application, but as I finish this, I'm just going to talk a little bit about finish. I'll go ahead and use my point system that I've always used from back in the day at the end and give you guys my full thoughts on it. But what I have to say is it doesn't ever dry completely to not tacky for me. It gets close, but it's never completely there. So what I really have liked using is the MAC MSF in Natural, or whatever shade you are in, but the MAC MSF, and a brush like this, and I just kind of, I'm going to try to go, because obviously I still need concealer, I'm going to kind of go around here so I'm not powdering where I'm going to put concealer, but I just want to give you guys an idea. And that, it doesn't make it matte, still has that little bit of glow to it. And I gotta say, the IT Cosmetics CC powder that they used to have, that they unfortunately discontinued, I loved that. And that, I think with this, for me liking a bit of a fuller coverage, would have been spectacular. But this works really well as well. And I'm generally not a person who doesn't put at least a little bit of powder over every foundation, so I don't have any issue with that. But like I said, even with that, you can see the pretty glow that it has. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup and then I will come back and talk some more. Okay, so as you guys can see, it has a lovely finish on it. I certainly, since I did that, have added, there's a window over here, by the way. Maybe I should go this way. I have added some bronzer and blush and that sort of thing, but I do not have any highlight on, just a blush that is a matte blush. So you can see it still has a really pretty kind of glow to it. I love the finish. I gave it a full point. In my 5 category system, each category can get a full point or a partial point, kind of just depends. So I forgot to mention that. Okay, so as far as finish, I gave it the full point. I love it. I think it is a beautiful finish, and you really can build it. So the claim that this says as far as coverage is a medium coverage. I think I maybe mentioned that when I was applying it, and it really does build to a nice coverage. I just want to say the brush that they sent it to me with is this brush. This has been around a long time. It is the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. But here's the thing. See how this particular brush is not super dense. It's very soft, by the way. But for me, with this brush, it really just kind of pushed it around. I didn't love this for application. Now, as I'm thinking about it, it might have worked better for me to sort of push it in like this and that. But at any rate, this just was not my favorite brush to use it with. I much prefer the IT Cosmetics. And again, I don't even think this is available. It came in a set of 4 long ago. But this type, like a flat top kabuki brush, or again, I've already put it away. This one, one like this, that I really feel is going to get your best coverage. If you want more of a sheer coverage, then go ahead and use a brush like this, something like this. You could do it. I did try a beauty blender, and that was a really sheer coverage, not my favorite, but it did give more of a sheer coverage if that's kind of what you're looking for, more of a light coverage. They do call it a medium coverage skin tint. So I think while it can be that, it can also give you a little bit more medium coverage, and then you can add a powder foundation or like the MSF in Natural, and I have almost a medium to full, not quite full coverage here. The other thing that they claim is 24-hour hydration, and I guess I don't really know about that. I don't wear my phone. I feel like it's a bit of an odd claim to make, but I will say this. If a foundation is going to dry somebody out, it will dry me out, in my opinion. And this did not dry me out in the slightest. It never made my skin look dry and patchy. It has this beautiful, nice finish throughout wearing the foundation. So I want to say that. And the other thing I want to speak to is this, it does have SPF 40 in it, which is always a nice addition. But I cannot speak to how it photographs, because I apologize, I did not test that. And even, I feel like even when I do try to test it on my own, like on my phone or whatever, I don't really get the flashback that SPF would typically give in a camera or in pictures. I don't seem to get that on my phone. So I've just never been really great at testing that, but I just wanted to tell you that I did not test that. So the other thing it says that is in 4 weeks, it'll improve brightness, be color correcting, give your skin a more even texture. I'm checking to make sure I don't forget what I've written down for my notes. And then add softness and even the tone. Even your tone. I just feel like skincare does that more. There is a little bit of skincare built into this, so I'm not going to say it doesn't do that, but I also didn't wear it a solid 4 weeks. I feel like it does that in the wearing of the product. It does even skin tone. It does all those things, but I don't know that it's doing that in a skincare manner, if that makes some sense. Okay, so let's speak to longevity. By itself, as I said in my, when I was putting it on, application, that's the word, it doesn't ever really get completely dry. It just has a little bit of tack to it. So I did one day wear it without putting powder over the top of it. And the longevity in that particular case, I felt was about 7 to 8 hours. So not too bad. But if you add even the littlest bit of powder, whether it be like a setting powder or like I use the MSF Natural, whatever, like a powder foundation, then you're gonna add like 3 hours to that, which is awesome. So really my favorite combo on this has been wearing it with that MAC MSF and Natural. And I feel like I get a good 10 hours of wear before I start to see it sort of wearing away. I don't know how it would work for an oily skin person, but you know, that's, maybe I can go back to, maybe I'll try to find somebody. Like I used to do them with Kirsten from It's Kirsten. She's much younger than me and has oily skin. So she and I would every once in a while do foundation reviews together. So I maybe, we'll have to see if I can, she's just not currently making videos. She's still around, just not making videos currently. Okay, next up, let's speak to packaging. It comes in one of these, I think it's called an airless pump situation. I love these. I have had an Estee Lauder foundation that came in a package like this. This is one of my favorites. I can throw it in. It's not fancy. She's not fancy like Applebee's. Oh, I'm so old. It's not a fancy package. It's probably gonna, you know, like some of it will probably wear off over time as you're using it, but you can get every last drop out of this. And when it's not pumping anymore, you can cut it open, get the last little bit. I love a package like that. I think my tastes and my opinions on packaging have changed so much over the years because I really have found, you know, value in wanting to get every last drop out of anything that I pay for. Again, this was sent to me, but you understand what I'm getting at. So I gave a full point for that. So I don't even know. Did I say for longevity? I gave it 0.75. So because you have to add powder to get more than like 7 to 8 hours, I feel like 0.75 is all we're going to give it for longevity. So I apologize. I explained my reasoning and didn't give you a number. And again, I'm giving a full point for packaging. I love this. I love the cap. I love all the things. It's great. Coverage, I did kind of cover that a little bit. I'm giving the coverage the full point because I feel like it lives up to what it says. I think sometimes in the past, again, I was kind of looking over some of my old foundation reviews. I have them in this notebook that I have always used. And I think I used to give or take points based on how I liked it, because I like a medium to fuller coverage. I really am going to try in my foundation reviews to give it points based on what it claims to do versus whether it does what Kristin likes. So I just wanted to say that. So I'm giving it a full point for coverage. It says that it's a medium skin tint. It absolutely is that. And then it can build to be a little bit more. And like I said, add a powder. So anyway, I'm giving it a full point for that. Lastly is color range. So before I get into my explanation and point for that, I want to just show you guys the 3 shades that they sent me. I'm going to put a little bit of each one of them on my hand and show you. The one that I used is in Fair Beige. They also sent me Light Medium. When you fill out the questionnaire that they send you, you kind of do your first first choice, second choice, third choice. And it's just, it's hard to tell sometimes. And then the third one was medium tan. I don't know that I actually chose that. I think they just sent that to me. But I want you guys to see them at least. So again, fair beige is here. Light medium is here. What did I say this was? Yeah, and medium tan is here. So you can get a real good look at those. And fair beige worked really well for me. So I'm wiping my hand, you guys. I just gotta say, quick moment I really am happy to be back to making videos again. I really do enjoy it so much. Okay, just thought I'd throw that in there. So there are 22 shades in this range, and here's what I'll say. I'm only giving it 0.75, 3/4 of a point. I really feel like there could be more on the darker end of the darker end of the range. There's quite a few on the lighter end of the range. I feel like there could be more on the darker end of the range. So I am only giving it 0.75 for that. So overall, it got a 4.5 out of 5, which is pretty good. Slight pause for a coughing fit. So that's pretty good. I really do like this. I will continue to wear this definitely throughout the summer. And I don't know that I'll ever be as dark as, my skin gets a little color, but never as dark as the light medium. But I do think I could do some, mixing with these and possibly with the medium tan. I'm not sure. I may send this to a friend of mine actually. But a couple of things that I like too. I just want to say, as far as in regard to PR, in the past, cosmetics used to send, I don't know, like 6 or 7. Like you would either say light, fair, light, medium, or what. They'd send you. I feel like they've done a great job of not being wasteful with products, and they've changed the packaging that their PR stuff comes in. I feel like they've done a really great job with that. In case they happen to be watching, good job at Cosmetics. I'm really thankful to still be on the PR list for them here and there. I don't think I get everything that other people do, but I am very thankful to be getting anything because I had been absent from YouTube for so long and just active really only on Instagram. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I just want to let you know, probably the next one I will do is the Wayne Goss Cream Foundation. I did get that in just the other day. Some people kind of wanted a first impression. So I don't typically like first impressions videos because I feel like you don't get a full, like I've worn this a bunch of times. I feel like I have good information and I just don't know about a first impression, but I haven't decided. We'll see. But nonetheless, that's the next one that I will be testing. Okay, let me give you a quick rundown of the rest of what's on my face today. I have the Found bronzer that I've been using forever. I have the Red Aspen blush in Mauve. That is the blush that I am sporting today. And then on my eyes, I just randomly pulled this out while I was doing a live. It's the Boudoir eyes from Too Faced. This is so old and I should probably never use this again. But anyway, that is the palette that I use on my eyes today. And then on my lips, I got this. I haven't had a chance to haul it yet, but I saw a picture of my friend Laura Vitale wearing, she had I messaged her and I was like, what is on your lips in that picture? And it was the Dior liner in Brown Fig, and then the Giorgio Armani in shade, I think it's 102. So it's the packaging with a red cap, and then I don't know. I don't know what the exact name of the line is, but I'll try to find it and link it for you. And I think that's everything. Yeah, I think so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do and say, be beautiful. Bye.